Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here, and the colors. Oh my god, the colors! Get me away from all the colors!
Yeah, Hollywood, you know I love you more than one I should. Yeah, Hollywood, well kiss me good. Yeah, Hollywood, you know I love you more than one.
I went to see an animated film in the middle of my final days of spring break, just to give myself a little bit more relaxation and a little bit of extra freedom. So I went to see the sequel to a movie that I saw a couple of years ago. As a matter of fact, I reviewed it in my very first season of Up From the Underground, and I'll put a link to that in the box below. And that was the Fox Blue Sky film, Rio. And of course, I'm here to talk about Rio 2. Once again, you've got your cast that was originally there in the beginning, including the voices of Jesse Eisenberg, Anne Hathaway, Jermaine Clement, Leslie Mann, will.i.am, Jamie Foxx, and of course, George Lopez. And now you've got a couple of additional brand new characters featuring the voices of Andy Garcia, Bruno Mars, and of course, Kristen Chenoweth. This movie, I was not really anticipating a great sequel, but I loved the first one so much, and I was really excited to see what this movie was going to bring me. I have to say that this movie did a complete 180 on me, and oh my god, this movie is bad. This movie is very bad. Let me first say that there were a couple of strong points in the movie. First of all, the animation is phenomenal. The color palette is absolutely breathtaking. It's as if somebody pooped a rainbow onto a film reel and gave you all of these crazy colors and this beautiful CGI animation of the birds. That was definitely a high point. Another thing that was very nice was the fact that even though there were some meaningless musical numbers, much like in the first one, there were character voices like Anne Hathaway and Bruno Mars and Kristen Chenoweth who actually do sing. So the fact that you actually hear these characters singing, you know that these are these actors actually doing the vocals for the songs in the film, which is really nice. And Kristen Chenoweth definitely was the film's sort of saving grace because she has some of the best moments and the best lines. And there was a little bit more of the characters played by Jamie Foxx and will.i.am, and yet they've suddenly become talent scouts for a American Idol ripoff, and that was probably the part that gave me the most laughs, but the story is such a mishmash, and it really just goes absolutely nowhere. There's the whole story of going back to the wild and keeping the blue macaws safe, and then there's the whole thing with the deforestation, and then you got the humans and the birds, and it was a real mess. I mean, this may have been the very first time in which an animated villain was an anteater. I don't think there's ever been an animated anteater in a film before. If there has been, please let me know which movie it is. The whole story with Jermaine Clement's character, Nigel, I mean, he was pretty much the main villain in the first movie, and his whole plot really did not need to be there. And I still don't understand why Tracy Morgan is a major credit when his character has next to no screen time in both films, and he is Luis the Bulldog. And the kids that Blue and Jewel have in the movie, they actually did the most character development on those three. They gave them each very different personalities. Bia was absolutely adorable with her knowledge of everything. That was pretty much what Rio 2 was about. It really was just so much visuals and just not enough story. And it upset me because of the fact that Rio was so good and this movie took a major step back. If you want to go see Rio 2, go for it. But as far as I'm concerned, it was not a good movie at all. The total I'm going to give this movie is 1.5 out of 4. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching. And if you have different thoughts on Rio 2, please let me know and put them in the box. And I'll see you soon. Actions speak louder than words.